Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Ultra Squad. And today we're here with actually part 2 of what if Naruto was in DXD. Yeah, let's go! If you guys are hearing my voice, I am super cheerful today. Reason because I love actually being on this channel. I love making what if. Every day when I'm making this, I feel thrilled. Every day I'm actually making videos for you guys. You guys love it. And I'm really happy. And it's summertime. So obviously guys, come on. Let's actually continue with this what if. I hope you guys are having a lovely summer. And with this, let's begin this what if. Now, the last part we actually left off with pretty much actually Issei actually getting the from a fallen angel and pretty much actually killing the fallen angel. As pretty much he actually met up with Naruto at the house and Naruto told that he dispersed the rest of the fallen angels. That was just at the church. So that was the last part we left off, so let's begin. Before, this is actually Naruto's actually story and in this part. So it will be surrounded about Naruto. The last part was actually about Issei. So yeah, Issei and Naruto. But this part, just Naruto. After that whole incident, pretty much we will fast forward all the way to the next day. As then, we will actually see just Naruto in class, just chilling, just reading his light novel book. Then immediately, this is actually the OSC, Kiba, Yuto, as pretty much we're actually walking towards inside the class. Every girl would start squealing as if saying that, oh my god, it's Kiba. As pretty much Kiba will walk up to Naruto and he asks, are you Naruto Hyodo? Naruto will actually put down the light novel that he was reading. He will look up towards Kiba and as he will actually look him straight inside the eyes. Yes, I am. Well, a president would like to talk to you, Kiba would say. Pretty much, Naruto was silent and he will actually follow Kiba. Then Issei saw this and he just shrugged his shoulders. It doesn't really concern him. There, as pretty much Kiba escorted Naruto to the OSC. Once they actually got there, as immediately Naruto opened the door, meeting actually the club members there. He would see Konoko, Rias, Akano. As pretty much Kiba closed the door behind them and immediately walking beside President. Ah, so you are actually Naruto Hyodo, Rias would say, as she would actually gesture Naruto for him to take a seat. Naruto would do just that, and immediately Naruto will actually be looking at them. So what is it that you want to talk about? I was actually quite interested just getting into my light novel. Naruto would say, well, this won't actually take long. I'm going to actually skip towards towards the point. I know you're not actually human, and pretty much you can lie to me. And I know already that you know that we are actually not even humans too. So tell me the truth. What are you? Naruto will be looking at them and pretty much staying with the same cold face that he actually been giving them. Naruto will say that he has no idea what they're actually talking about, but immediately Riz will actually pull up a photo. Bro, Naruto been caught in 4K, my guy. They will actually have a photo of actually Naruto dispersing of the fallen angels just at the church. So you're saying this is not you destroying actually the fallen angels that was in this territory? Naruto was sorry seeing that he actually got caught. There was no even point hiding it. Yes, I'm pretty much actually not human, but what actually is to you? Riz will actually smile and say like, well, I just wanted to know just that. It was actually quite curious, but I'll also have like another question for you. Before actually Riz Kima get a chance to finish, Naruto will literally just say like, no, I have no interest in actually joining your proj. Riz will be taken aback that Naruto actually saw through her quite well. He actually knew what she was going to say. What? How do you know I was actually going to say that? Riz would say, just shocked. I read your body motion, and I know you're a devil. I have no interest in actually joining after your parage, Grimray. Sorry, it's not that I hate devils, it's just that I actually just like my freedom. Riz will actually persuade just Naruto that saying that she can give him whatever actually he wants. Naruto would say like, no, that pretty much, heck, they can actually just be friends if they actually really want. That would actually put a smile on Wraith, and pretty much saying that she actually agrees with this. As pretty much about a couple of actually days will actually pass. Naruto will actually be going to the OSC quite a lot just to hang out, to check on them, and immediately growing like a bond between them. He got to know actually Kiba, Konoko, Akino, and especially Rias. As they actually grew fond of actually Naruto, like he was actually pretty much of a fun guy to hang around. As there, just actually we'll go on to the present now, as we will see Naruto walking towards the OSC. It was actually lunchtime. Immediately, just like once actually Naruto got to the OSC, he felt actually two strong presence, and he actually wondered what this actually was. Once actually Naruto made it towards the actually club room and opened the door, he was immediately actually greeted with this actually Gracia and actually Raiza, and also Riz Paraj there. As pretty much Naruto was seeing the scene where Riz was actually sitting next to this guy with blonde hair wearing an actually brown tuxedo, which was Raiza. He actually didn't know, but his blood was actually getting boiled to seeing the sight right in front of him. "Who actually are you?" this Raiza would say. "I should ask you the same thing." "Oh, may I actually ask, who really are you? Riz, do you know this person?" Gracia would say in a cold motion. "Naruto, yes, Gracia, he's actually our friend." "Oh, nice to meet you, Naruto." As pretty much Naruto will be looking around and asking, "What is this? What's going on?" As they will actually explain towards Naruto that pretty much Reyes is actually engaged to this Raiza fella, which pretty much Reyes says that she doesn't want to be actually engaged to him. There, pretty much the whole actually argument will actually go down until Greyfair will actually calm it down, suggesting a raiding game. Raiza will actually chuckle, he will snap his fingers, and immediately this actually an orange magic circle will appear in the middle of the club room, showing Raiza's actually Paraj. "Raiza has a full set actually. Here you Reyes, you don't even have a full set. Is this actually all the people you have? Oh, and plus, Raiza has won about 20 actually games and lost 3, which you Reyes have never even played a game. Raiza has already won." Pretty much Reyes was actually just getting angry now, but Naruto didn't actually really care. There, Greyfield will actually just make an appointment that the game will be actually will start in the next 10 days. So pretty much Reyes has 10 days to train before actually the raiding game. Raiza will look towards actually Naruto, as Naruto will just be looking at Raiza with just a cold glare. "I see pretty much actually you're actually quite jealous. Raiza has a full set of women. And pretty much you think you can actually walk up in here and thinking you can claim Raiza's actually fiance. You're merely just a peasant." Naruto's eyes will go red, as immediately he will actually go and make his hands out of actually claws, this chakra, and immediately he will go and do one upper slash, just grazing actually Raiza. Raiza was actually shocked by this, and also his Paraj members, and also Grafia there. And also the OFC, they never expected Naruto to do such a thing. Raiza there will actually have a nasty scar on his face, and immediately he will start to regenerate, but slow for some reason, which surprised Raiza. "How dare you do that to Raiza!" Raiza will immediately charge towards Naruto, but Naruto will just flare his actually aura, immediately stopping Raiza in his spot. Raiza will look at Naruto, as behind him he will see a giant massive 9-tailed fox. Raiza was just now shedding himself, as immediately Naruto will just grab Raiza's face, and he will start crushing it. "I don't know who you are, but you're actually in my hometown, so you show actually me a little bit of respect," just actually Naruto would say. Just before, as pretty much Naruto's aura was actually just nearly crushing everybody there, as everybody was just on the ground beside from Grafia. Grafia will actually decide to actually step in and immediately grabbing Naruto's hand. As Grafia was looking towards Naruto's actually red eyes and Naruto into her cold blue eyes, and the two of them will raise their aura, just completely destroying nearly the whole ORC. Basically, one half of the room was actually basically cold, and another one was basically hot, but immediately starts to crack. Naruto would sigh and he would actually just lower down his aura, and the Greyfair would do the same thing. There, Riser will actually get out of his shock, immediately actually just leave it there in just anger. Greyfair actually tells Riz that she has 10 days to train, and she will also leave there too. Naruto was actually just about to leave, but Riz actually stops him. Naruto, please wait! Naruto will look towards Riz, as she will see Riz with actually a desperate look. Please, Naruto, join my proj. I don't want to have to get married to Riser. I don't want to actually be his fiancé or anything. I want to get married to the person I love. So please help me actually in this engagement. Naruto will actually look towards Riz, and he will look at the expression looking at her eyes. Naruto will sigh. He will say like, "Sorry, Riz, I can't actually join your proj." Riz was immediately down, but what Naruto said next shocked her. But I actually could help you train your proj members for this coming rating game. Would that actually be alright? Riz's eyes will widen and she will go and hug Naruto, telling him thank you. And pretty much Naruto asks if he can actually bring one more person to help them with their training. But as Riz actually agrees. As we fast forward all the way towards the next day, where pretty much Riz actually proj members was actually at the bottom of the mountain, and they were actually waiting for Naruto to come. And just a few minutes later, Naruto will actually come in. Pretty much he was just actually wearing just regular clothes, but also kind of training geek clothes too. As Riz was actually happy to see him, as she actually asks Naruto something. Naruto, it's good to see you, but you said you were bringing someone else. Who was it? As pretty much the rest of the ORC was actually kind of confused. Yeah, Naruto did say he was bringing someone, but who? So these are the people who we actually are going to train with? And immediately everybody will actually hear a voice and they will actually look up to where it actually came from. As to their surprise, they will see Issei just standing on the top of the tree. Wait, what? Wait, I know him. He's Issei Hiro. Wait, that's your brother. Wait, what's he doing here? Just Riz would say. Immediately, Issei will actually just disappear and appear right beside actually the group, just shocking them with just actually his fast movements. So these are the people who we're actually going to train, huh? Naruto will actually nod his head saying like, yeah. And pretty much Issei would sigh. He would say like, fine, I think I can actually help them out too. They kind of seem of an interesting bunch. I see these are the people who you're actually hanging out with. And immediately, Riz will actually introduce herself and also her proj member to Issei. Issei says that he already knows them from actually Naruto, and Issei actually told them that let's begin this training. And before they can even climb up the mountain, Naruto stops them. Wait, I need to do something first. Naruto will go to a hand sign and he will slam his hand on together. As immediately Naruto would say like, gravity jutsu, 5 times gravity. Immediately a magic circle will be placed under Riz's whole proj members. As pretty much Riz immediately went down to her knees and feeling the increase of weight. Wait, what's going on? Riz would say. Oh, this is pretty much actually the start of your training. I just put actually a gravity seal on you guys. And pretty much your task is to pretty much make it on top of climb this actually whole mountain. Riz and the rest of the proj will try to do so, and immediately it will actually just take them just about like nearly the whole day just to get on top of the mountain. As once they actually made it up, they immediately just collapse there, just taking deep breaths in and out. Oh, and by the way, guys, I forgot to say this, but Ase is also part of the group, so yeah, she joined Riz's proj, so yeah. About actually 30 seconds will pass of them trying to get their breath, as immediately just a red actually fireball will actually be launched towards the group. Akuno will quickly place actually a magic barrier protecting them, but immediately it will just break, sending shockwave that nearly made them fall off the mountain. They soon regain their balance and they actually wonder where the attack came from, and they will actually see Issei there. Just actually has a fire just in his hands. Ah, I see you're able to actually block that. But let's see how you actually handle this. Naruto will actually, no, sorry, Issei will start launching actually fire after fire at the group, and immediately the group will actually try running away from actually Issei trying to survive. They didn't know what was going on, as immediately the only actually mind, the only thing that was actually in their mind was to pretty much survive. As pretty much about like an hour will pass to where the group will be just collapsed on the floor, immediately just knocked out. They couldn't actually take it. They couldn't actually take just climbing up the mountain with weight, and once they actually got up, they were actually attacked by a freaking actually crazy guy with actually fire. So they were actually just really tired. The next day, where pretty much Reyes and the Parrot were fully rested, pretty much Naruto and Issei was actually telling the group that they will be actually split up into groups, saying that pretty much Naruto will actually take half of the group, while Issei would take half of the group. Naruto will actually train Reyes and Akano, and improving actually the magic reserves and also their fighting styles. While pretty much actually Issei will actually train Konoko, Kiba, and also Asuya. But actually, there was also one person who was getting special training, and it was actually Kiba. Pretty much Kiba will be trained by Issei and Naruto at the same time, seeing that Kiba could be the key to their win. So pretty much for the next actually 10 days, this Issei and actually Naruto will train Reyes brutally, like put them into harsh training, just like trying to actually improve the magic reserves, trying to actually get this like stamina just up to the like peak and things like that. It was a brutal 10 days of training, and like heck, they barely even survived it. Naruto and Issei, they don't hold back when it comes to their training. As we go into the present right now, as it was actually time for the raiding game. There, Reyes and her group actually left early before even like anything can even happen. Just, they forgot one thing. Naruto forgot to remove the seal that was actually on them. Naruto told Reyes that they should wait, but Reyes was actually too giddy just to actually win this raiding game. She thought that like she could win, so she was actually a little bit hesitant, and also how should I say, she was too hyper and excited for this raiding game that she completely forgot about the seal on her. As immediately once actually they got to the raiding game, they were actually just started. Once actually Issei and Naruto woke up, they realized that Reyes and the rest of the Parrot was actually gone. Naruto was actually basically going crazy, immediately thinking about the seal that was actually placed on them, that they're going to lose, that the whole point was actually the end of the training for Naruto to remove it. But heck, Issei actually got an idea, as he immediately went actually contact actually someone, asking them if they can actually come over. As immediately, just like Issei will actually have a smile on his face, and he will actually tell Naruto that pretty much they can't really help them now, but we can watch that raiding game. So pretty much Issei will actually create a magic circle underneath them, immediately transported them all the way towards actually their house. Once they actually got there, they will actually see the most beautiful actually person in front of them. She had black and purplish hair, which she had red eyes, and she was wearing kind of like work office clothes. And there was actually Paulina, the beautiful fallen angel of actually the fallen angel faction. And once she actually saw Issei, she would immediately rush towards Issei, planting actually a kiss on actually him. I was actually quite actually surprised that he actually called me up just all of a sudden. Just actually Paulina would say, "It's nice to actually see you too, Paulina, but you got actually my call why I actually did call you, right?" Paulina will actually nod her head, and she will actually snap her actually fingers as immediately of a magic screen will actually be showing the whole raiding game. Paulina would say that this actually raiding game is taking place all over the underworld, and also the fallen angel can pretty much watch it as well. There, Naruto and actually Issei and Paulina will watch the raiding game towards Reyes and Riser, and actually hoping that Reyes Parrot will actually win. As pretty much we'll go on to actually Reyes and what she's actually basically doing. Basically, they actually did good for actually just like the first actually half of the raiding game. And they actually took out pretty much actually two of Riser's knights, two of Riser's rooks, actually all of actually Riser's pawns, basically all that left was actually just the bishop and the queen. As pretty much that was actually all good until they realized that they forgot about one thing. As they realized that the seal that Naruto placed on them was still on them, which this was actually a massive disadvantage on Reyes actually Parage members team, as immediately they will actually just lose. Yubelina will actually take out just Akano, Kiba, Konoko, and also the only two left was pretty much actually just like Reyes and Arcia. Their rival will actually eliminate them too. This is actually making them lose the match. If they actually would have waited and actually wait for Naruto to remove the seal, they could have won with ease. And pretty much the match was actually announced that pretty much actually Riser Parage actually won. Naruto will actually sigh, and also Issei that Naruto will be cursing himself that this is his fault. If he actually just would have removed it actually quite early, none of this would have actually had happened. But pretty much Issei actually told him that there's nothing they can do about it now. As Paulina would actually just nod her head, as we will actually time skip for about like what, 2 hours. 2 hours would pass until Paulina would actually say to Issei and Naruto that she has to return to actually her duties, and also apologize for the loss of the Grimmaries actually team. Once she actually left, this Naruto will actually immediately just start to actually walk out of the house. Before he can even leave, Issei will just stop him. So, you're actually planning on going to save them, aren't you? Just as Issei would say. Naruto would just be gripping the door and he would say like, you know me so well. I'm guessing you actually like are gonna stop me? What? Hell no! What are you talking about? I'm actually coming with you! Huh? Oh hell yeah, this is a party then, let's go! As the two of them will actually just go towards the underworld. As once they actually got there, once they teleported there, they will actually make it towards actually the like what? Phoenix this household. There, once they actually got there, the wedding was actually taking place. As the whole actually ORC was there, also just like the student council. As they were actually just kind of like saying sorry for actually Reyes Parage that they actually won, and basically Reyes and the rest, well kind of the Parage, will say that they will get them next time, but they know that they won't be next time, that this is actually over, their life is over. Reyes is actually going to be married to that prick of a Riser guy, as it was actually all over, their life was over. As their Riser will actually appear in the magic circle, announcing himself that he's going to get married to Reyes Grimmery. A magic circle will actually go form, as their Reyes will actually appear out of it. Before anybody can even actually continue the actually ceremony, there was immediately just a loud noise coming from the other end of the door. Everybody would be looking at the door and they would just be hearing crying and painful screaming on the other end. Immediately before anyone can even question it, the door would be actually blown open. Just completely just like making a whole scene. Everybody would see just actually smoke coming out from actually the exit, as they, to their shock, they will feel total terror. They will feel just two powerful auras just like shooting through the roof, which would frighten every single devil that was there. As they will see 4 glowing pairs of eyes. They will see actually kind of like 2 pairs of eyes that was glowing red, and the other 2 pairs of eyes that was actually going green. As there, pretty much once the 2 figures will actually walk out of the shadow, revealing themselves to be Issei and actually Naruto. Who are you? How dare you actually enter this important ceremony? Riser would say. Gods, end them, Riser would say. Immediately the gods will actually just charge toward Issei and Naruto, but the 2 of them will actually release their aura, just immediately stopping the gods in their tracks. Once they actually stop, they will actually see 2 figures behind them. They will see a 9-tailed fox and a red dragon. This will frighten the gods, immediately making them to faint. This will shock everybody there by the amount of power that these 2 possess. As immediately Sir Zex actually comes out, making himself known. May I know who you two are? You are interrupting an important actually meeting, Sir will say. But immediately Naruto will say like, I have come here to save Ria's Grimoire from her marriage. As pretty much Sir's eyes will just widen and he asks who is he. As Naruto would say like his name is Naruto Hyoto. That he actually just wants to save Ria's Grimoire from her marriage. And also Naruto explained that also that he was the one who actually trained Riz during the 10 days. That Riz would have won if actually he would have removed the actually magic seal that he placed actually on her at the beginning of their training. So that was the whole Riz and the reason why Riz Parage actually lost. Sir's eyes would just widen as he would look towards Riz, which Riz would just nod her head. I guess actually a redo of a match could actually be done. This would shock everybody. Dan Riser would say like, what? This is actually just crazy. Riser would not actually accept this. And then immediately Issei will actually make himself known. Oh, I didn't think that actually Phoenix was afraid of a little challenge. Oh wait, are you afraid that my brother here can actually kick a Phoenix ass? Oh wait, or maybe because you're kinda too much of a KFC fried chicken to fight us. This will actually immediately shock everybody there and some people will actually just start laughing. Riser will immediately get pissed off and before anything can happen, Naruto will say something. Let's spice up the deal, Riser. If pretty much I win, pretty much Ria's Grimoire is free. But if you win, I'll give you this. Immediately Naruto will actually just show actually a book, which this was actually confused Riser. But some people's eyes will just widen to seeing that book. What is this, a book? You must be joking. Riser will not even accept. Oh, Riser, I guess you don't know what this book really is. This is the Book of Lucifer. This is the book that was actually used to actually create the devil kind here. Pretty much if you win, I'll give you this. And just think about this. The Phoenix family having the Book of Lucifer? Wouldn't your family be actually quite feared and actually pretty much popular in the underworld if you win this? Oh, I guess you actually don't need it then. Just immediately, everybody would just be looking at Riser in shock. And also question Naruto, how does he have this book? Naruto would say that this is actually is none of their business. But immediately Riser will actually accept the challenge. He was thinking about this. If he wins this book, then he and his family will be well known and respected among all, even better than even the Satan and the Devil Kings. Pretty much having that book, they will be unstoppable. The Phoenix family will be unstoppable. They will rule over the whole underworld. So immediately Sir Zex will actually agree with this match, beginning the fight between Naruto and Riser Phoenix. But guys, this is going to be the end of actually part 2 of what if this Naruto was actually in DxD. Sorry I keep on getting these two mixed up. You know, it's a DxD and Naruto, so the two of them actually are main characters, so I get myself mixed up. But heck, without further ado, if you guys want a part 3 of this, just comment part 3 and you guys will be getting part 3 soon. And pretty much I'll be catching you guys later. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and a happy holidays and a summer vacation to you all. See you guys later. Peace.